Hey, it's Judith, and welcome to my channel, Just So Judith. Today I'm showing you how I made this ruffled tote bag. I'm starting out by cutting my fabric using this 17 inches by 17 inches. And now I'm cutting out the pocket for the tote bag. The width is 10 inches and the height is 9 inches. Okay, now I'm marking and cutting out my fabric to make the first ruffle for the tote bag. I'm using strips that are 3 inches wide, and I'm going to make them approximately 70 inches long. Okay, now I'm going to take these two strips and I'll place them right sides together and stitch them together at the top, maybe a fourth of an inch seam allowance to make one continuous strip. Now that I have my continuous strip for the ruffle, I'm going to serge the edges because this material has a tendency to fray. Okay, I've serged both sides of my ruffle strip. Now I'm going to fold one side under approximately 1/4 of an inch. Then I'll press it, I'll pin it, and top stitch it. Okay, I'm about ready to pin down my ruffle. I've already got my pocket ready. I serged it all the way around. But before I do all of that, I'm going to turn down the top of the bag approximately 1/4 of an inch and then give it a top stitch. Then I'll be ready to measure the distance I'm going to attach my ruffle. Okay, I've measured the distance where I'm going to place my ruffle. I came in 3.5 inches from the edge, and this is where I'm going to pin my ruffle. And the method or technique that I use when I pin or make my ruffle, I just simply pull down and pin and just keep pulling down and pin to until I get to the end. And I'm going to pin each time I pull down, and that is it. Okay, this is just to show you that I had to go off camera. I had to add tape to keep myself aligned and straight. I felt myself drifting when I was pinning or making the ruffle, so I added tape to keep me straight. And now I'm going to do a top stitch at the base of that ruffle. Okay, I have my second strip ready. I've serged both sides. I'm going to repeat the process like the first ruffle, turn over the edge and press it, pin it, and top stitch it. Okay, I have my second ruffle on. Now I'm going to make my strap for the bag. And the material I have here is approximately 70 inches long and 3 inches wide. So I'm going to fold that in half and take the ends and fold it in again once I get those, the whole thing folded in half, and I will stitch it onto the bag. Okay, here is where it gets a bit tedious. I am folding in that top raw edge of the strap and folding in the bottom raw edge of the strap, and I'm placing hem adhesive tape in the middle and pressing it just to hold it. I want this to be together when I pin it on top of the bag, and then I'll stitch it on top of the bag. So I just need these raw edges to be in and together. And now I'm pinning that strap to the bag. Okay, this is an extra step, but I like to give the bag a good press right here because I'm stitching through the ruffle and the bag itself. So I'm just pressing the top of the strap before I take it over to the sewing machine. Okay, I have the outer portion of the strap stitched down, and now I'm going to stitch the inner portion of that strap. So I'm going to add my pocket, try to center it there, and then I'll come do a top stitch on that inner portion of that strap and go all the way around. Okay, I have the front of the panel or the bag done, and now I'll start working on the back. And I'm just going to repeat the same process of making those straps the same length and make sure it matches the front of the bag. Okay, I have the strap for the back panel ready, and you can refer to the earlier portion of the video where I tell you how or show you how I make that strap. So I'm just going to make sure the length is good and that it matches the front panel. Okay, we have the back panel done, and of course the front panel is done. So next is to just place the bag together, right sides together, and then take it over to the sewing machine and stitch the edges of the bag with a 1.5 centimeter seam allowance, not a big seam allowance, and we'll be done with the bag. Okay, here's the finished bag. I finished up my seams all the way around, and now I'll turn the bag right side out. And honestly, I'll say that it was a bit tedious to make the ruffles and to make the straps for the bag, but it was worth it. I really love the outcome and I really love the bag. I'm going to enjoy carrying this bag around. And I'll ask if you got anything from this tutorial, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and giving this video a like. And remember that my technique may not look like your technique, but always do what works for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.